Good morning. Welcome to 49ers in 5, your daily update on everything happening with the team that you need to know. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. Today is Thursday, May 11th, 2023. Here's what's happening with your San Francisco 49ers. The schedule gets released today. I have been waiting for this day all offseason, and it is finally here. And of course, bits and pieces of the schedule will leak throughout the day. Here is what we know as of this recording. First, the NFC Championship game rematch against the Eagles will take place in Week 13 at 1:25 p.m. Pacific time on Fox. So not in prime time. I am sure Fox fought heavily for that one after essentially getting robbed of that game in the NFC Championship when the 49ers ran out of quarterbacks. Hopefully, the bye week comes either before or after that game, because you don't want to have a trap game situation on either side. 49ers Media Madness bracket champion Eric Crocker apparently knows something because he tweeted, "Definitely going to 49ers Week 1 game on the road. Haven't been to that stadium before." He also went on to say it is not against Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings, so we'll wait to see there. Also, we know the Niners are not going to have any international games this year after going to Mexico City last year. San Francisco won't be playing on Christmas Day because those games have already been released, and the Niners will not be in the first ever Black Friday game. So when the schedule does come out, here are 3 things that I am going to look at first once we know the actual slate. Number 1, when is the bye week? Obviously very important. We know this team is going to get banged up with injuries because they get banged up every single year. So you want that bye week as late as humanly possible to give your team one last rest before the playoff push. The second thing I'm looking at, how many Thursday night football games do we have? You might not be aware, but the league can make you play 2 games on Thursdays this year if they want. I hate Thursday night football games. Players don't like Thursday night football games. I don't want the Niners having to play twice on a short week. And the last thing is, what does the travel look like? And that last one can be very different depending on the order of the games. According to bookies.com, the 49ers are scheduled to travel more than every other team except the Seahawks this year. They're going to travel almost 30,000 miles. By the way, in case you're wondering, it takes slightly less than 25,000 miles to circle the planet at the equator. So needless to say, the Niners are going to be traveling a lot. But we all know that the 49ers like to stay in either Ohio or West Virginia when they have back-to-back games in the Eastern time zone. That would obviously cut down on their travel miles significantly. And depending on how the schedule works out, there could be 1 or 2 of those stays in the season. The good news for the 49ers is that they usually do well when they stay on the East Coast or in the Eastern time zone. Unfortunately, they are just 1-4 after coming home from those extended stays. So if they do have to do it once or twice this season, they're going to have to find a way to figure that out. And they haven't been able to do it just yet. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you might have missed. One thing to read on this Wednesday, Jordan Elliott has a great story at NinersNation.com all about how offensive line coach Chris Foerster has turned the Niners from an average pass-blocking offensive line into one of the best units in the league. And if you know anything about Chris Foerster, he, let's just say he had some personal demons to overcome, and he absolutely has. One thing to watch, teams always do special social media schedule reveals, and it appears the Niners are no different. They are apparently working with Locksmith because he tweeted out a special teaser video on Wednesday night. You can see it at his handle, at @DaLocksmith, D-A Locksmith. One thing you might have missed, the Niners reached a deal with rookie linebacker Darrell Luter. 4 years, $4.1 million. He gets a signing bonus of just over $300,000. Also, Jake Moody, come on down, 4 years, $5.3 million. That's a wrap on today's 49ers in 5. Please rate, review, and follow the Gold Standard Podcast Network. Enjoy your Thursday, everybody. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. We'll talk tomorrow.